The 5 hidden secrets of narcissists they don't want you to know. They're watching you right now, studying you, calculating their next move, and you have no idea. Narcissists aren't what you think they are. They're not just arrogant or self-obsessed. They're operating from a playbook you've never seen. A playbook with rules so dark, so manipulative, that once you understand them, you'll never be fooled again. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to expose 5 secrets that narcissists desperately don't want you to know. Secrets that will make their masks crack. Secrets that will give you power over someone who's been controlling you. This isn't therapy talk. This is survival information. And if you've ever felt crazy, confused, or completely controlled by someone, everything is about to make sense. Stay until secret number 5. It's the one that changes everything. Secret number 1. They know exactly what they're doing. The biggest lie they tell. Here's what narcissists want you to believe. They can't help it. They're damaged. They had a bad childhood. They don't realize what they're doing. Complete lie. Secret number 1. Narcissists are completely, totally aware of what they're doing to you. Every manipulation, every lie, every time they make you question your sanity, they know. The performance. Think about this. Have you ever noticed how a narcissist can be screaming at you 1 second, then the phone rings, and suddenly they're charming, pleasant, completely normal? That's not a disorder. That's control. They can turn it on and off like a switch. When they're raging at you but stop the moment someone else walks in the room, that's not loss of control. That's calculated performance. If they couldn't control it, they'd rage at everyone. Their boss, the police officer, the judge. But they don't. They rage at you because they've decided you're safe to rage at. They've assessed that you'll tolerate it. The awareness test. Here's how you know they're aware. Watch what happens when you record them. Pull out your phone and start recording during one of their episodes. Watch how fast they either stop completely or escalate in a way that makes you look crazy on camera. They know exactly how to play to an audience. They're not out of control. They're making choices, strategic, calculated choices about who gets which version of them. Why this matters? Once you understand they know what they're doing, everything changes. You stop making excuses for them. You stop thinking, if I just explain it better, or if they just understood how I feel. They understand. They just don't care. And that's not something you can fix. Secret number 2. They're terrified of you. The fear behind the mask. This sounds impossible, right? The person who seems so confident, so self-assured, so dominant is terrified? Yes, absolutely terrified. Secret number 2. Underneath all that bravado, narcissists are operating from a place of constant, consuming fear, and you are what they fear most. What they're really afraid of. They're not afraid you'll leave. They're afraid you'll see who they really are. Beneath the mask isn't confidence, it's a void, a deep, terrifying emptiness. No real identity, no genuine self, just a collection of strategies they use to extract validation from others. You know why they need constant admiration? It's not ego, it's terror. The admiration is like a drug that temporarily fills the void. When it stops, the void comes back, and the void is unbearable. Why they attack your strengths. Here's something you've probably noticed. Narcissists specifically target your best qualities, your kindness, your intelligence, your success, your relationships. You thought they were jealous. It's worse than that. They're threatened. Your strength reminds them of their emptiness. Your authenticity highlights their fakeness. Your ability to genuinely connect with others exposes their inability to do the same. So they destroy it, not because they're evil, because they're terrified. The panic behind the rage. Ever wonder why they explode over small things? You loaded the dishwasher wrong, and suddenly it's World War III. That's not about the dishwasher. That's panic. Something you did or said triggered their deepest fear, that they're not special, that they're not superior, that they're actually inadequate. And that panic comes out as rage. The bigger the reaction, the deeper the fear you triggered. Your power in this. The moment you realize they're afraid of you, not stronger than you, the dynamic shifts. They need you more than you need them. They need your validation, your attention, your emotional reactions. You're their supply. Cut off the supply and watch what happens. They'll do anything to get it back, because without it, they have to face the void, and that's the one thing they cannot do. Secret number 3. They're studying you like a science experiment. The data collection phase. In the beginning, they asked so many questions, right? They seemed so interested in you, so fascinated by your life, your past, your fears, your dreams. You thought it was connection. It wasn't. Secret number 3, they were gathering intelligence. Every story you told, every vulnerability you shared, every boundary you mentioned, they were taking notes. The weaponization. Narcissists don't do anything without purpose. That deep conversation you shared your deepest insecurity, they filed that away. Later, during an argument, they'll casually mention it, twist it, use it to destroy you from the inside. You told them you were cheated on before and it devastated you. They'll flirt with others in front of you or create scenarios that trigger that old wound. You mentioned your weight insecurities. Suddenly, they're making comments about how you look or comparing you to others. They're not randomly cruel. They're strategically cruel, using the ammunition you unknowingly gave them. The testing phase. Ever notice how narcissists push boundaries gradually? They test you. First, it's a small boundary violation. Maybe they show up late, or make a joke at your expense, or dismiss something important to you. They're watching your reaction. Do you enforce the boundary? Do you let it slide? Do you apologize for being upset? Each test that you fail trains them on what they can get away with, and they keep pushing until they find your breaking point. Then they back up just enough to keep you hooked. The pattern recognition. They know your patterns better than you do. They know exactly what to say to make you doubt yourself. They know which buttons trigger your guilt. They know what makes you chase them. They know what makes you stay. How? Because they've been studying cause and effect with you like you're a lab rat. Push this button, get this reaction. Pull this lever, get that response. You're not in a relationship, you're in an experiment, and they're the scientist taking notes. Breaking the pattern. Here's how you break it. Become unpredictable. Stop explaining yourself. Stop defending. Stop reacting the way you always have. When they push the button that usually makes you chase, don't chase. When they pull the lever that usually makes you explain, stay silent. Watch them malfunction. They'll escalate trying to get the old response back. But if you hold firm, you've broken their formula, and they don't know what to do with that. Secret number 4. They can't actually feel love. The hardest truth. This is the one that hurts most, the one you don't want to believe, but you need to hear it. Secret number 4. Narcissists cannot feel love the way you do. Not for you, not for anyone, not even for themselves. What they feel is possession, ownership, need, but not love. Love requires empathy, the ability to care about another person's feelings, even when it costs you something, the ability to feel pain when you hurt someone you care about. Narcissists don't have that. It's not that they choose not to care. They literally cannot access that emotional state. The love bombing wasn't love. In the beginning, it felt like the most intense love you'd ever experienced, right? The attention, the affection, the promises, the future they painted with you. That wasn't love. That was acquisition. They were securing a resource, you. And just like you'd invest energy into acquiring something valuable, they invested energy into acquiring you. Once they had you, once you were attached, committed, invested, the energy dropped because mission accomplished. The confusion you feel. You keep trying to get back to how it was in the beginning. You're confused why the person who seemed so in love suddenly treats you with indifference or cruelty. Here's why. That person never existed. The beginning was an act, a performance designed to hook you. The cruelty now? That's the real them. They're not changing. The mask is just slipping. Why they keep you around? If they don't love you, why don't they leave? Why do they fight so hard to keep you even while treating you terribly? Supply. You provide something they need. Validation, control, an audience for their drama, someone to blame, someone to absorb their negative emotions. You're useful, and they'll keep you around as long as you're useful, while giving you just enough hope to stay. The liberation in this truth. I know this hurts, but there's freedom here. Once you accept they cannot love you, you stop trying to earn it. You stop twisting yourself into shapes, hoping to finally be enough. You cannot earn something that doesn't exist. You cannot win a game where the prize is imaginary. The only move is to stop playing. Secret number 5. They need you to doubt your reality. The final secret. This is the big one. The secret that once you understand it, breaks their power completely. Secret number 5. Narcissists need you to doubt your own perception of reality more than they need anything else. Your confusion is their control. The gaslighting playbook. You know what happened. You saw it. You heard it. You felt it. It was real. But they tell you it didn't happen, or it happened differently, or you're remembering wrong, or you're too sensitive, or you're crazy. And slowly, over time, you start to question yourself. Maybe they're right. Maybe I am remembering wrong. Maybe I am too sensitive. Maybe I am crazy. That's exactly what they want, because the moment you doubt your own mind, they own you. Why your reality is a threat. Your clear perception of reality is the most dangerous thing to a narcissist, because reality includes things like their behavior is abusive, their lies are obvious, their manipulation is transparent, their mask is slipping. If you can clearly see these things, you might leave, you might tell others, you might hold them accountable. So they have to make you doubt what you see. They have to make your reality fuzzy, unclear, questionable. Confused people don't leave. They stay, trying to figure it out. The crazy making. You've felt it, that feeling of losing your mind, where you can't trust your own thoughts, where you're constantly second-guessing, where you feel like you're going insane. That's not accidental, that's intentional. It's a feature, not a bug. A narcissist's greatest success is making you feel crazy while they're the one causing the chaos. The return to clarity. Here's how you break this. Start documenting. Write down what happened immediately after it happens. Record conversations if legal in your area. Keep a journal with dates and details. Not to show them, not to prove anything to them, for you, to keep your reality anchored. When they tell you something didn't happen, you can look at your records and see that it did. Your reality becomes solid again. And when your reality is solid, their power dissolves. The ultimate truth. Every narcissist's power comes from one source, your willingness to doubt yourself more than you doubt them. The moment you flip that, the moment you trust your perception more than their lies, it's over. They can't manipulate someone who trusts their own mind. That's why they fight so hard to keep you confused. Your clarity is their kryptonite. You now know what they don't want you to know. You see the game. You understand the playbook. They know what they're doing. They're terrified of you. They've studied you like prey. They cannot love you, and they need you confused. But now you're not confused anymore. Now you see clearly, and that changes everything. The question isn't whether you deserve better. You do. The question is, what are you going to do with this knowledge? Because knowledge without action is just pain, but knowledge with action, that's freedom. If this video just explained your entire relationship in 15 minutes, hit that like button right now. Not for me, for the algorithm, because there are thousands of people stuck with narcissists who need to see this. Subscribe and turn on notifications because next week I'm dropping the one sentence that makes a narcissist panic, and you absolutely need to see it. It's one sentence, 11 words, changes everything. Comment below with the number of the secret that hit you hardest. Just the number, 1, 2, 3, or 5. Let's see which secret resonates most with people. Share this video with someone who needs it. You probably know exactly who that person is. Send it to them.